Hey everyone, welcome to the Super Review Show here with Movieholics Productions and Mixed Bag co-host Bill Murphy.
Hello.
And as the title of this video suggests, and given that it is November, at least when we're recording this is November, we are going to be watching and doing a movie commentary for the wonderful, underrated holiday of Thanksgiving by watching
Planes,
Trains, and Automobiles. The iconic 1987 comedy with Steve Martin and John Candy, two of the funniest men out there at the time. And so we have it queued up on streaming. If you want to watch along with us and enjoy this movie commentary, it's actually a quick movie. It's like an hour and a half long.
Yep.
It's really not that bad.
We thought it's a pretty gloomy day outside, so...
Yeah, we're recording this on a very cold November day where it's raining out and stuff like that.
It's miserable out.
It's not that great. So
it's not a day to go out and do a 5-mile run.
No.
If you do a 5-mile run in the rain, good for you.
Yes, good for you. But anyways, if you are sitting back and ready to go and watching the movie with us, we're going to press play right
now.
And here we go.
You can do that from your phone?
Yeah, because I have the remote for I'm doing it on my Fire Stick.
That is awesome.
I know, I don't need the clicker. I have the app.
Apps are awesome.
I love how I say clicker. I'm so old school.
Are you an old fuck? Oh, sorry.
I wouldn't say that, but I'm getting older. That's worse.
Hey, I'm older than you, remember.
So we have popcorn. We have our drinks. There's no subtitles on because YouTube's going to be a pain in the butt. So we're going to watch this with the sound really, really low. And but we are going to laugh ourselves sick with Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I'm excited. Let's forget too, Thanksgiving is coming up here in the U.S.
And it's just like the only Thanksgiving movie that exists.
It's one of the only ones that we could possibly think of. There's the iconic introduction. And John Hughes film too. John Hughes,
may he rest in peace.
Seriously. New York City, 2 days before Thanksgiving.
So this is on Tuesday.
Yes, and basically, if you want the overall gist of this movie, it's about a guy who is trying to get home to his family for Thanksgiving, and basically he has the hardest time doing it in 2 days. That's all it is. And the movie's like an hour and a half long. Steve Martin is a comedic talent. He's so funny. So they leave at 6 p.m. and arrive by 6:45. He's in this business meeting. And John Hughes did a good job with this one, too.
He did.
He's like, what?
He's got a plane to catch. He might take a train. He might take a plane. But if he has to walk, he's going just the same.
Yeah. Way to go, Bill. We can turn it up a little bit. I don't think the mic's going to pick it up. There's no dialogue right now in the movie. It's just the opening scene.
Two hours later.
Literally 2 hours later. The guy, he still doesn't say anything. He's just like, I'm throwing stuff on camera! Kidding, I dropped it. Can you hear that okay?
Oh, that's good. Or is that probably a little too loud?
You can hear that, right?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Alright, good. I can hear it too.
Yeah, he was throwing that remote at me, folks.
Sorry, everyone. This is a great scene. He's trying to get a taxi. He's trying to look for a cab. And this is actually so true about New York City too. For those of you who don't live in New York and don't go to New York City, it's about a pain in the butt to try and get a taxi.
Oh, it is. Hey, Kevin Bacon.
It's Kevin Bacon. People forget he made an appearance in this movie too. After appearing in Friday the 13th a couple years before.
And Footloose. And Footloose as well.
I forgot about that.
How can you forget about Footloose? It's an 80s staple.
I know. Footloose!
Ever played 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon?
No.
It's a blast.
Sure it is. So the trick is, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get to a cab in New York City,
You basically gotta kill each other.
no, not only that, but you have to make sure that the lights are on top of the cab. That's how you get a cab.
What do you think is harder, taxis or Uber?
Both at this point.
These were the pre-Uber days, folks.
Yeah, this is the 80s. It was 87.
Hey, if you guys are going to the airport, you guys just go together.
Yeah. Work together. He's begging to try and get to the flight.
No offense to attorneys out
No
there.
offense to attorneys, that's pretty clever.
Are you You're a thief. Close. I'm an attorney.
So now he's out of money. I wonder how much money Steve Martin got paid to be like this crazy, just in general, in the mysteries of Manhattan.
Hey, John Candy.
And he ran over his suitcase. It's incredible. Let's face it, this is like 90%. This movie is like 90% of Americans on holiday travel.
It is. This is why I mainly stay home on holiday, on Thanksgiving.
I do too.
You know, the day before Thanksgiving is like the busiest, according to AAA, is the busiest travel day of the year.
Which one?
The day before Thanksgiving.
Oh, really? Because everyone's trying to. Well, if you think about it, everyone's trying to get to their families. Everyone's trying to get home and stuff like that. Now he's gonna call and be like, "Hi guys, I'm trying to get home." A lot of movies like this in the 80s had a lot of heart to them, if you think about it. I mean, yes, it's a funny movie, it's a comedy, it's a rated R movie and stuff like that. But it's still got some heart to it towards the end of each movie, you know? Like 16 Candles and stuff like that.
These are the days of John Hughes. Have you noticed this is one of the few John Hughes movies that doesn't have Molly Ringwald in it?
What's that?
This is one of the few John Hughes movies that don't have Molly Ringwald in it.
Actually, yes. I actually think so. I haven't seen this movie in a while, but...
No, you were trying to steal his cab.
Yes, exactly.
Facts. JTF, just...
The facts. JTF.
Murphy Mahoney 2024. We'll get shit done.
Facts, though. We'll try. John Candy, when did he die? Like the 90s?
94.
Yeah.
Here's a fun fact. You know he was actually supposed to be in the Disney movie Pocahontas?
Was he really?
He was actually supposed to be the voice of a turkey named Redfeather.
Okay.
But then when he died, they scrapped it, and then the animals, they said, okay, the animals aren't going to talk now.
I see. Okay.
What has this been? Random Facts with Bill! Random Facts with Bill! Ow! Remember, if you can guess that song, what do they win, JT?
They win his respect.
And
A signed 1-800 Got Built t-shirt.
signed by me!
We are totally serious when he does that.
No, we will give you that t-shirt.
We will. If you win it, we'll sign it. Literally, like I said, this movie is literally about how most Americans travel.
Hey, he bought the ticket
He
over a
bought
month
the
ago.
ticket, yeah.
I'm not big when it comes to flying, you.
I'm not the biggest. I don't know.
Like, I flew recently when I went to Vegas, but
Right, because Bill did go to Vegas.
I should just do a video of me getting drunk and just telling all my Vegas stories.
And look, this is literally what happens at airports. People get canceled. Flights get delayed. He sells. This is one of the beauties of certain movies in the 80s is that they had so much different like detail to them. This one in particular happened to be with John Candy. It's just how they wore back then, and he sells light shower curtain rings, like certain designs and stuff. That's his specialty. As you can tell, we're very laid back today.
It's raining. It's miserable out.
We're doing movie commentary just for you.
If the camera couldn't show all of us, we wouldn't be wearing pants.
Not entirely true, but okay. Maybe, just maybe.
When you think about it, John Candy
Yeah.
was actually Chris Farley before Chris Farley.
That's true. It didn't both come from SNL.
Was John Candy on SNL?
Was he? I forgot. Not sure.
Oh, that's one movie we should do commentary of. Tommy Boy.
Oh, look, the shoe and the sock are coming off.
Please, people, don't do that on a plane.
We don't recommend shoes or socks off on planes at all. Do not recommend it. What I feel like I know who that actor is too. The one in his right shoulder. He looks familiar. Uh-oh. So now the flight's going to be delayed
Again.
from New York to a different city.
Remember, people, these were the landline days.
Yes, landline. You remember that?
a good motto.
Good work. Good motto right there.
Oh, God, I don't want to see that.
No.
Or if there's a director's cut and that exists.
No, maybe. Steve Martin is one of those actors who's just, honestly, born to be hysterical.
He is.
Like, the way that Jerry Seinfeld was on Seinfeld as a comedic genius.
Ben Stein.
Oh, my God.
Wait, did John Hughes do Ferris Bueller?
Yeah, John Hughes did Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
So Ben Stein is in the John Hughes universe.
I would say so.
Do you think all the John Hughes movies are connected?
There might be like a film theory about that. I don't think so, though. It might be too loose of something. Too loose of a connection. They might use the same actors, but I don't think they're the same characters. You know what I mean? If you really think about it, this is the perfect movie to watch before you take your Thanksgiving Day travel this year.
That'll really turn, or this will extremely turn you off from traveling.
It could. I mean, it's either that or a road trip, because road trips out west are crazy because of the snow, the rain, the hail, the sleet.
You went on a road trip, so
I did. I went on a road trip, and plus, you can look at all the photos on our Super Review Show Instagram.
Hey, can I put all my Vegas photos on the Super Review Show Instagram?
If you want to, it's just me posting stuff. But if you want to, let me know.
Don't worry, folks. I did not get married in Vegas.
No, he didn't.
Because I think you and Justin would be deeply questioning everything that happened when you.
Yeah.
Like JT, if I go, hey JT, why don't you meet my new wife? We got married in Vegas.
We would flip out.
Would you go, hey, congrats, buddy? Or what the hell happened?
Justin and I would probably literally freak out. But so far, so good. But this is a quick movie, too. It's like only an hour and 30 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's pretty, like, just an easy... I personally, as the host and creator of the Super Review Show, recommend you watch this movie before you do any sort of Thanksgiving travel this year. It's coming up in a couple weeks. Let's be real.
Or it may just entirely turn you off from Thanksgiving travel.
It could, or even not just Thanksgiving travel, like Christmas travel or whatever.
But then it's time too, and be like, screw it. Just stay home, get fat, and watch football.
True, not a bad life. That was something else.
No, that was me.
Okay.
That was just my news app. That is kind of funny.
That's a good one. I'm $1 million shy of being a millionaire. That's a good line right there. John Candy has always played the optimistic ones here. Now they're sharing a room. Because this is what could happen, ladies and gentlemen. If you watch this movie, this could really what could happen.
This room looked like the 80s threw up all over it.
Literally. This hotel room really does. There's only one bed, too.
You know what that means. Time to cuddle.
Time to snuggle and wuggle. Oh, God.
What?
No, they're just like, it's funny how they're already like complaining about. It's just literally it's. I would argue that this movie is not just a Thanksgiving holiday travel movie. I would argue that this is an every situation type of holiday travel movie.
Or just a travel movie in general.
No, not just. Yeah, that's a good word of putting it.
John Candy's character is what is it? Shower ring salesman?
Shower curtain ring salesman. Now look, the water goes off by accident. And now he can't see. There's soap in his eyes.
Oh, hate that.
I hate that too. Ugh, ugh.
Oh.
I've stayed in a room like that.
Where?
In Tennessee. On my road trip.
That looks like that.
It was like a Red Roof Inn plus.
I, sir, would never stay at a Red Roof Inn.
But in St. Louis, we stayed at a Grand Hotel.
Just look at him.
He's used all the towels.
1, 2. Don't be that guy.
Don't ever be that guy to use just one. Use all the towels in the whole room. You gotta use just one.
Nobody likes that guy.
No one likes that guy.
Do you like that guy?
No. I would hate to be that guy too.
Remember the advice I gave the other day on Mixed Bag? Don't be an asshole. That's just good advice. Don't be an asshole.
Good advice. You can't get any good night's sleep. John Candy's already asleep. He's trying to cuddle with him.
Oh, boy.
By accident too. It's completely by accident. Been a long day trying to get some sleep. And now John Candy's character's talking to Steve Martin's character. I forget their names. Forgive me, guys.
This is why Google exists.
Yes. Look, all he wants to do is go back to his family.
Who's Steve Martin?
Yeah. That's all he wants to do. He just wants to go back home. Now he's snoring and gargling at once. He's not getting any sleep at all tonight, Bill.
I don't you hate that?
I hate when that happens. I hate when I don't get enough sleep.
I'm thinking this is like one of the original buddy comedy movies.
I would say so.
John Hughes, we miss you.
Yeah, John Hughes and John Candy. Oh,
Oh, we're already at that point? We're already there?
We're already there. Yeah. That's how quick this movie is. I was reading the vomit bag.
It must be pretty entertaining.
It's pretty entertaining.
Oh, that is pretty rough. But fine.
He's roasting him this way. Oh my God! This is where it gets intense. It's almost like the beginning of the second act or the beginning of the middle of the second act.
That's good advice.
Good advice. Whenever you have a conversation, always have a point.
Have you ever had pointless conversations?
That's our life story right there, though.
What is?
That's our life story of just pointless conversations.
They're not pointless.
Not all of them are, but
some of them.
Some of them. Only some.
I mean, one pointless conversation we had.
None, you're right. I take that back.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
about my presidential campaign.
I did have a conversation at one point about lemonade, though. I was like, this lemonade tastes great. And someone's like, what? Ooh. Hit him with the emotion. What you see is what you get.
Oh,
now they're learning.
Learning's fun. Go learning.
They're learning to get along. I wonder how old Steve Martin was here.
I was playing with that.
Sure. Looking it up. Fact checking with Bill.
When was this out? 87?
87.
Hey, Steve.
And it's 2022 now.
He was 42.
Really?
Yeah. He was 42 years old.
Oh no, this guy stole their money. Note to self, kids. Always, always, always lock your hotel room doors.
Yeah, Steve Martin was
42?
Yeah, he's 77 now.
That's ridiculous.
You want to know something weirder?
What?
He has a 10-year-old daughter.
Yeah, he had a kid 10 years ago.
Yeah, he became a father at 67 years old.
That's an old man.
God bless him. That's usually an age where a lot of old people become grandparents.
But he had his first child then, yeah. This is great. You ever seen this scene?
Yep.
Oh, God. Oh, it's so cringy. It's so, like, just...
He's funny, though.
It's funny.
The classic, we do something and then we talk about something masculine.
Yes, that is a men thing to do.
And the Bears kind of suck right now, Steve Martin.
They do.
Oh!
Even worse. Poor Steve Martin.
God, this guy has a lot of friends.
Yeah, it's good to have friends like that.
Friends are good. Make friends,
great.
people.
Make friends. Don't make enemies.
Don't burn bridges. Now they're accusing each other of stealing each other's wallet.
But in reality, they're not actually. They've been robbed. This is a gross scene. They're literally stuck.
That is like the worst situation to be in.
No cell phones either. You forget that. This is disgusting. This one scene. Oh, this is their ride.
Ugh.
Oh.
Don't chew tobacco, kids.
Nope. Not only don't chew tobacco, but don't chew, oh my god. Watch this.
Oh, that grosses me out.
Oh, cringe. Oh my god. So this is like traveling 101. Just play it safe, stay by the books.
Don't trust anyone.
Don't.
A friend of mine. Here's a funny story about getting into a car with a stranger. A friend of mine, when in college, he was hiking with a few friends. They were hitchhiking, and there's this guy in the car. He goes, "Get in." He hops in the car with them.
Yeah.
With them, and he goes, he said the band reeked like marijuana. I goes, tell us a little about yourself. It's, well, I just got out of jail.
Oh my god.
Is that cow dung?
No, that's a dog.
Hello, Pooch. Nice doggy.
Oh my god. What do you think the temperature is? 1? Look at them, look at them. They're frozen.
Let's do it.
Here we go. The bar car.
The bar car.
The bar car on the train.
I don't think a lot of trains have bar cars anymore.
Unless you're if you're going across the country by train, that's a different story. Really do.
Would you want to go on a cross-country train trip? Or?
I thought about it. It's true. Bar car. Some trains.
Make sure you plan your holiday travel plans in advance.
Yes.
No, you should literally have your Thanksgiving plans planned in August.
August or maybe September at the earliest.
Latest.
Not the train. Not the train. Oh no. Now the train broke down. Guy cannot get a break.
Poor guy.
Poor guy. Poor guy.
Oh, I guess who he has to meet up with again. This poor guy.
Everything. There's everything wrong.
Everything's not awesome.
Everything sucks right now. That must suck if you're on a train ride and the train broke down. You're screwed.
You fucked.
Yeah. It's terrible. I wonder where they filmed this. This is funny. The bus ride. Now they're on the bus.
Well, we saw the plane, we saw the train.
Now we're on the automobile.
Wow, this movie was going quick.
Literally, I haven't seen this in probably like 4 or 5 years. But it's literally how a horrible Thanksgiving trip can go wrong. It's just the truth. I've been to St. Louis.
I haven't. I know you said it was great.
It was so a different vibe, just a completely different vibe. They're like, oh my god, what is this guy doing?
Can you lady sing your song? Do the.
The Flintstones theme.
This seems like a fun bus.
That's a true bus ride right there if they sing the Flintstones theme. That's incredible. That scene just made me smile. Now he's in St. Louis. He's gotta get to Chicago then.
Come on, baby, don't you wanna go back to that same old place? Where? Sweet home. Ooh, he's selling shower rings.
For money, because they were broke, remember? They're filled with helium.
That's a weird business to be in, isn't
The
it?
shower curtain ring? I'd say so.
Flintstones.
Meet the Flintstones.
I feel like I want to go on a bus and just sing the Flintstones theme song now and see what happens.
We should go on a road trip together and see what happens.
And he's stuck with John Candy
And
right
he's
now.
stuck with John Candy. Yeah, he's coming home, but he's stuck with John Candy.
Here's a fun question. Who would you rather be stuck with on this trip? Steve Martin or John Candy?
John Candy, he's more fun. I wish that cable networks would air this movie more often on around Thanksgiving, like the Wednesday before, or like that week.
Well, because this isn't really a family movie once you think about it.
It's really not. I mean, there's smoking, there's people making out. It's R-rated movie for sure, but at the same time, they still show it on TV. You know.
God, John Candy has a lot of friends in this movie.
Connections are good, ladies and gentlemen. If you have connections, use them.
Damn right. Maybe it's best time they go there. Though we touched and went our separate ways.
This has been another edition of Songs with Bill.
Random songs for Bill.
Could do that, yeah. Forgot how, like... I think it's an hour and 20 minutes. This movie. There's only like 30, 40 minutes to it.
Look, this restaurant's already decorated for Christmas.
A lot of things are already decorated for Christmas.
It's already... Must have been a trend like 40 years ago.
What's that?
Must have been a trend all those years ago, huh?
Since the probably early 1900s, maybe.
Halloween's over? Well, screw Thanksgiving. Let's go right to Christmas.
The Hallmark Channel already shows Christmas movies in like November 2nd.
Folks, our local radio station, they started playing Christmas music last...
I know. And October 31st, Halloween. Sirius XM, the Hallmark Channel, is already on 105 already.
105?
Not even November 1st. October 31st they did it.
Guys, we gotta stop doing this Christmas shit so early.
I agree. It's too much. I just bought my family the Christmas gifts already.
Well, that's just being smart.
Oh, I did it. I did it like today.
Oh, we rented a car.
And I wasn't there.
This poor guy.
Now he's getting pissed. There we go. Now he's getting like so mad. This is the part of the movie I remember clear as day.
Do you blame him?
No, not just this part, but he's like, he finally loses his cool and he's like, ah!
I don't blame him.
So he walks back to the airport terminal and then he falls down here too.
Ugh.
He's going to fall. There's no doubt. Oh, not the hat.
It was such a nice hat.
It was a nice hat.
Rest in peace, hat.
R.I.P. to the hat.
There will be an in memoriam, the hat.
Look at him now. He's so mad.
Poor guy.
He's gonna rip people apart. That's the woman from Ferris Bueller.
I'm telling you, they're all connected.
This is a great, great, great scene. You got popcorn on your shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
He is gonna rip her apart. It's so bad.
I had to quit my job at the high school for this job.
Ferris Bueller, what?
Because of that Bueller kid.
That Bueller kid. Listen to that scene. Watch this. This is a great scene, guys. It's so good. It's so funny. That was a very that scene is incredible. Steve Martin's just so mad, and he's like, "You could start by wiping that effing smile off your effing face."
I don't have to take this from you. I quit my job at the high school because of that Bueller kid.
Exactly. Oh!
He kind of deserved that one.
He deserved that one.
Hey, John Candy's back!
All right, I'm gonna for John Candy.
He deserved that too.
God,
I love Steve Martin, but he's kind of deserving all this.
Yeah. Road trip.
Flintstones.
We go
Flintstones. We should just go on a random bus and do that. See what would happen.
I don't think anyone would know what the Flintstones are, though.
Oh, I'm sure they know what they are.
Now this is a great scene too, where like they're on their own side of the highway.
You know why John Candy probably got a car no problem, Steve Martin? Because he's not an asshole.
I agree.
Remember, kids, don't be an asshole.
Yes.
That's just good advice. Don't be an asshole.
It's just great advice. Now they're trying to fool around with the car seat and stuff. Oh no, the car seat, but the seat.
And you know, there's a lot of John Candy movies take place in Chicago.
I think that's where John Hughes is born.
No, not John Candy. John Hughes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think John Hughes is like...
Like a lot of Stephen King movies take place in Maine.
Breakfast Club takes place in Chicago.
John Hughes month! Maybe we should do that.
Oh, God.
Oh, maybe
That'd
for
be a
Mixed
lot of
Bag, we should do a, how we did with Spielberg and Burton. Maybe we should do a 1 month, a top 5, John Hughes movies.
Top 5 would be a good idea.
Oh.
Incredible. Get crushed by the chair.
Again, you gotta admit, Steve Martin's kind of getting everything he deserves in this movie.
He really does. He's getting a lot.
Ooh. Ooh, I freaking love this song. By the pit, barbecue, and thought it was just.
Hope we don't get sued for that. Sorry, turning it down because I don't want to get us like caught by anyone.
This whole band's gonna play from 9 to 1. 9 to 1. I wonder how you do the mess around.
I wonder too.
Hey, that is a great song.
It is.
Uh-oh.
As if life couldn't get any worse.
Poor John. Poor Steve Martin.
John Candy was a comedic treasure, though, you have to admit.
Yeah, we should have appreciated him when he was around.
That's the case with a lot of people, though.
Oh, absolutely. This whole band's gonna wait for him.
Still sound asleep. The scene always amazed me how he just gets his arm stuck and you're like, oh god, what does he do now?
Oh, shite.
Yeah. Fun fact, they actually just released this movie back in theaters for a little bit before Thanksgiving itself. This is great. Now they're going back on the highway in the wrong direction in the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night.
Yes. He's on the wrong side of the road. This gets me. You're going the wrong.
Good night. God bless.
He's like, no, you're really going the wrong way. He's...
God Candy has spoken. Yourselves! Uh-oh. Well, that happened. God bless.
Oh my god. That scene was great.
Hey. We're going the wrong way.
It's like in Spaceballs. They're like, we passed them! It's one of those things.
Now, when people say you're going the wrong way,
You know that you're going the wrong way. That's a cigarette.
like things could not get any worse.
Like things could not get any worse.
How would you feel if you were on a trip like this and this was all going on?
I would. I don't know. I couldn't fathom it.
As we watched this.
Now the car's on fire.
Car's on fire. Oh, you're getting really big fees after this one.
Oh, yeah. Doug, oh, God.
I wonder if they're actually laughing at this or they're just angry laughing.
They're probably angry laughing. But it's funny for us, though.
What are they fighting over now?
Something about their wallet? I wonder what it must have been been on set with this, during the filming of this.
I'd be bursting out laughing, you.
I would be, super laughing.
These 2 days must be hell. Must be hell.
Must be. Look at the car. Watch this. This is the credit card. I'm wearing the same underwear since Tuesday.
I can't believe the car's still drivable.
I agree.
I'm no car expert, but that car should be destroyed.
I agree with that too. Now he's finally getting to sleep in a bed.
the nicer hotel rooms in this movie.
Out of all of them, yeah.
Oh, those are the roll days when you had to spin the thing.
Yeah.
The wonderful word of the 80s, folks.
Yes, the 80s. Can't beat it.
Neither of us were around.
Nope.
Aww.
It's almost over.
I can't believe it. This is a fast movie.
I told you we're like near the end of the third act. No, the end of the second act. Another 20 minutes.
Now he feels bad.
Yep, after all that, he's like, alright, fine.
Come on in. I've dealt with you for 2 days. How is that car still drivable?
Good question.
Marie, his wife, who keeps bringing up that he probably wants to get home to, but you'll find out later.
This is what I'm talking about. Like, the movies have heart, though. They might be hysterical. They might actually be like, you know, but there's still heart to them.
Oh, he's starting to care about him.
Yep. Now they're finally getting along, see?
Oh, they're drinking tequila. Jamaica is apparently known for rum.
There you go. The more you know, kids. The more you know.
If you're gonna drink, folks, remember, drink responsibly.
Yes, we do not promote drinking and driving either.
Should we tell the good folks what happened to his wife, or should we let the movie explain it?
We'll let the movie explain it.
You know who we wish could be watching this movie with us right now?
Who?
You know.
Justin?
Well, yeah, but also Justin and Dr. Matt Hemsley. You know what? You, me, Justin, and Hemsley should all just do a commentary together one day.
We should.
And hey, let's bring Allie in on this too.
Let's have a giant panel.
Hey, let's get everyone we met in our entire existence. Well, I think we need a bigger basement for that one.
We need a bigger J cave. I mean, we could do a movie commentary for like a movie that like is really like A big name movie like Justice League or something, like Zack Snyder's Justice League. I don't know.
We'll be here for 4 hours if we do that.
I know. What else can we do?
My sex tape.
Of course, Bill. No, but like reality, what should we do?
To have the big panel for?
Like the 5 of us.
Well, let's see. You, me,
Rocky 4.
we could do that. You, me, Justin, Allie, and Hemsley. Especially Hemsley.
We have done a Rocky movie commentary.
Yeah, we did it together. That was the last one before.
Before COVID. We did it in February 2020.
And then, say it with me. 1, 2, 3.
Thanks, COVID.
Buy our Thanks COVID t-shirt. Rock me gently, rock me slowly. Good song.
Great song.
Very underrated in my opinion.
They finally made amends with each other. They're just trying to like go, you know? Now they're getting the hell out of there.
We've seen all 3. We've seen the planes.
Trains. And the automobiles.
And that's why they named the movie in that order.
Maybe. I don't know how this car's even functioning.
Me neither.
It's like the whole... It's just destroyed practically.
I wish you could ask John Hughes with this one problem. He's kind of dead.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
How is this car still functional?
I don't know. Oh, no. It's a...
Like their 2 days couldn't get worse enough, huh?
Now I got a cop gonna pull him over too? Look. We're going 78, guys.
Don't drive that fast.
No, unless you're down south. But the speed limit's 85.
Really?
Can you not? Arkansas, it's 85.
Wait, did you drive through Arkansas?
We went through Arkansas to get to Memphis. We went like a big U. Big curve. There's just land. It's crazy out there.
No, this thing is not safe. He's right. The cop's right.
There's no windows. There's no roof.
And there is... That's about it.
Oh, no.
You know, this is good advice. You know what the good advice is?
What's up?
Don't do anything stupid on a holiday weekend. You know why?
Why?
Because the judge won't be open until... No, because every time there's a 3-day weekend, there's this meme on Facebook that says, if you're gonna do something stupid, remember the judge won't be in until Tuesday.
Oh, right.
Especially on Thanksgiving. Don't do anything stupid Wednesday on. Judge won't be in till Monday.
They're sitting in a refrigerated truck. He's like frozen solid in the truck. You mean talk about like ultimate travel? I mean, you're giving the story of a lifetime right there. That truck's going fast. Chicago, I've been there. It's so cool.
I've never been there.
Never?
No, I should go.
Should go. We should go together. It's like, I've been wearing the same underwear since Tuesday.
I want to go to Wrigley Field in Chicago.
Me too. And
U.S. Cellular, I think it's called.
guaranteed rate
Oh, Guaranteed Rate, it's called that now.
for the White Sox and the Cubs.
The Cubs play in Wrigley.
Oh, no, I know. But like they're two separate stadiums, yeah. They made it to Chicago, ladies and gentlemen.
He did two things. He caused them trouble and got them home. So, hey, two things are better than one.
Absolutely. Chicago's a great band, too, by the way.
We know.
Great band.
Plug for them. What if we were the band called New York?
We could. I'm sure there's one already.
This one. Aw, kind of sad now.
No, he's kind of by himself. See what I mean? Hmm.
Uh-oh.
Nope, just give it a sec. See, told you.
Hey,
Told you.
you're right, the movies... Oh, there's the classic 80s kids hairstyles.
Yeah.
Ooh, the pie looks good.
Pie does look. That turkey looks.
Turkey looks
great.
good.
Now he's like finally like realizing, he was.
Mouse.
No. He's finally realizing that he had such a crazy time this past 2 days. He's like, all right, well, I should bring with me. He spent 2 days or something. That's pretty crazy.
I don't think it hits him because he doesn't find out the big truth till in a second.
Yeah, it's true.
We should have had John. We should have appreciated John Candy more when he was alive.
I agree.
Respect all the talent that we have out there because you never know when they're going to be called home.
I mean, we just lost like a 27-year-old rapper or actor.
Or Aaron Carter?
Yeah, that's.
He was 34, by the way.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that was more my generation. Well, we are the same generation in a way, aren't we?
Right. Sort of. I would say so.
I think you're sort of on the cusp between
You're
millennial and Gen Z.
You're 4 years older than me. Look. This is one of the last scenes of the movie.
For those of you who don't know, John Candy's wife in the movie sadly passed away 8 years ago in this film.
In the movie.
In the movie. We don't know if she's still alive now. We hope she is! Aw.
He's a trooper.
You know what? Steve Martin is an asshole in most of the movie.
Yeah.
But you know what? He kind of has a moment in the end, you know? He redeems himself.
Now he's walking up. He's got the suitcase, and he's got...
That's a big-ass suitcase, isn't it?
Big suitcase. They made him just in time for Thanksgiving dinner.
Just in time. Guess who that's for? That's for Justin. We love you.
Yeah, literally, like, legit, like, they're just walking up the door now.
And some weird random fat dude.
And John Candy.
Big family. Actually, not really.
No, just the grandparents.
Oh, okay. I brought home some weird random fat dude I met on the road.
He was 42 when he made this?
Yeah, huh?
That's crazy.
John Candy!
See, even though it's a really ridiculous, funny movie,
It has
still
heart.
It still has heart to it. Exactly.
It's a good movie.
It still has heart to it.
It's a good movie.
Which is, yeah.
Pretty much the only Thanksgiving movie that exists.
Yeah, if you really think about it, this might be the only Thanksgiving movie that exists.
If you want more on us talking about how there's not really a lot of Thanksgiving movies, go watch our Thanksgiving special from last year.
Yes, listen to it on Spotify Podcast and check out our YouTube
Because
channel.
really, there isn't a lot out there for Thanksgiving.
No.
And I know it didn't seem like a lot, but guys, last year, we weren't really given a lot to work with.
No. We had to do our fair share of research for our picks for our Thanksgiving movies. But
That was Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
that was Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
What'd you think?
From 1987. So, I've seen it before. What did you think?
Well, this was actually my first time watching it.
What did you think of it?
I liked it. I think it's a fun movie.
Yeah.
I love the dynamic of John Candy and Steve Martin.
I agree. The dynamic was really good.
It's sort of like how you have the dynamic in comedies today when you have the straight man, and I don't mean that by like sexuality wise. I mean
You're
that
good.
by,
Yeah.
the straight laced one and the comic relief. And I think this was the way, and I think this was really good.
I agree.
It's just you want them to get home, but at the same time, when you said about the whole heart thing,
Yes.
it's kind of you don't want it to end because you kind of enjoyed seeing them get to know each other.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a movie that's worth watching around this time of year in November because it does take place around Thanksgiving. It's one of the only movies that I could possibly think of, or he could possibly think of, that take place around Thanksgiving. But since it's November in the U.S. now, when we're recording this, I should say. But like I said, this is if you're looking for a movie that is just a really solid, funny comedy, good times to watch with your family around Thanksgiving and not just a Christmas movie. Watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. This is why we just did the movie commentary for it. So
it's the only.
It's really one of the only Thanksgiving movies I could think of.
It really is.
I feel like there should be more personally, but that's just me. So that's just me.
There should be more Thanksgiving movies.
I think so. I mean, I think that having more Thanksgiving films in general might be more of an appeal for some people because instead of just being like that turkey movie that we got about like that alien race or whatever, the animated one. You remember we talked about that?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I forget the name of it, but it's like whatever. But anyways, But yeah, so any last minute concluding thoughts for Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
Good movie. Watch it around Thanksgiving.
Yes, absolutely. I second 100% agree with Bill on this one. Watch this movie around Thanksgiving. But that's gonna do it for us here with this movie commentary. We want to thank you for watching along with us to watch and talk about this movie for Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, happy November to all of our American viewers. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And if you're Canadian, your Thanksgiving was last month.
Correct.
But still, happy belated Thanksgiving, Canada.
Yes, exactly. But anyways, we want to thank all of you guys for watching, enjoying this movie commentary. And but for all of it, and don't forget to follow us on our social media accounts as well, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, simply at The Super Review Show. And yeah, that's going to do it for us. Thanks so much for watching. So for all of your movie commentaries, keep it locked on The Super Review Show. The J-Man and Bill are off to review. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.